Right, hello everyone, welcome back. We are 2 minutes away from the... We're 2 minutes away from the first of the final races. This first final is going to be the 8th Electric B final. At the front of this is Bob Harley, Justin Heath, car 2, Andrew Pritchard, car 3, Ian Coates, car 4, and Pete, car 5. So we'll just have a little look and see where everybody is, and we'll call out the car colours.
So that's a good car. One is Bob, car 2 is Justin, car 3 is Andrew, car 4 is Ian, and car 5 is Pete. So you have 5 cars. Wait, we don't hardly know.
Moved a bit too far forward. Can someone sort the cars out for me, please? Thank you. Thank you, Niall. Justin should be on the other side. Didn't want to do that, Justin.
So it looks like Bob is the mint coloured car. That's car number 1. Justin, car 2 in the white with the red stripe. Andrew, car 3 with the orange and yellow, and then the sort of brown Stu Colby coloured car is car number 4. That's Ian, and the purple and green car 5 is Pete.
Okay, guys, 10 seconds. Any we go on the clock. Nice and easy on the first corner.
10 seconds.
Turn that off for a second. He's off.
Oh, good start from the front 2. Like as we lie. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 all the way. Oh, a bit of oversteer from the mint car and a big mistake. But recovered nicely. So that's Bob leading from Justin, Andrew, and a big gap there to Ian and Pete. But the race is on at the front. Bob looks like he might have the pace to get away from these guys. And that's Andrew's off, needing marshalling. So front 3 has become front 2. Bob and Justin. Justin getting his head down, trying to... and a little mistake there for Justin. Has allowed Bob to get away. So with this race just being 4 minutes, I think. Or is it 5 minutes, Mick? 5 minutes this race. So looking at the gap that he's opened up, I'd say that all Bob needs to do is keep it on the black stuff. And he's got a B final win. The lap times these cars are doing just over 16 seconds, whereas the front cars in Nitro are doing just over 14 seconds. So not a huge difference in lap time.
The lead car, guys, is your green car, mint green car coming down for the infield. That's Bob. Onto the straight. Thank you very much, Ian.
Race director Mick just calling the leader through, but as you saw, there was a little bit of confusion there, and car 5 let the other car through as well, so he lost the place in the racing. Perhaps his compatriot will be generous and let him back through. Probably not.
At the moment you've got Bob 2, car 1, car 2, Justin, car 3 is Andrew, car 4 car 5 is Pete, and 4 is Ian. Right.
So Bob currently got a 4-second lead from Justin. Another 10 seconds back to Andrew, and they've already lapped the back two. We've got a bit of a complicated sound audio situation going on here because we're sitting in race control, and obviously Mick needs to speak to the racers from here, and we get lots of feedback then from the cameras, the various microphones around the track. So hopefully you can hear me okay, and it's not too feedbacky.
Still on the rostrum, enjoying himself at the moment. Ian, first time racing HPL cars, 1875, predicting a 14 lap 309.64.
Nice work, Stu. He's picked up the. It seems like he's picked up the little bit of racing action on track between the white car, who's actually left the purple car for dead now, and he's chasing the orange car. I think they're lapping people here. So that's Bob over the line in the lead. That's Andrew and Justin. Justin has lapped Andrew, and there goes Pete in the... and Pete's off.
Time on the clock then.
So the mint green car, Bob's coming to take the line for the race win.
Okay, all cars finished there on the B final. Firstly, on the B final, Bob takes that one, then Justin, then Andrew, then Pete, and then Ian.
That's the race over there with a decent win for Bob from Justin, Andrew, Pete and Ian.
So guys, you've won
Just
this race.
so just over 2 minutes to go before the Electric A final, where we've got Luke Drennan in pole position for that one, is TQ'd with Greg, Michael Walton, car 3, Mark Bootham, car 4.
Close a minute, please. Track close. Just sorting out the situation on the straight. So track is closed at the moment.
We've got a minor situation here. Looks like John's found some money on the track, and he's just making sure he digs it all up. So it looks like John and the gang have finished collecting all the money from the side of the track. 17 pence was the last count I heard. And Mick will be starting the clock again in just a few seconds for the countdown for the Electric A final.
We got Luke on pole. We got Greg on second. Number 3. We got Michael, number 4. We've got Mark, Lee Hansen 5th, and Adrian Drew on 6th. So we're going to hit the 10 seconds. Drivers ready then. It's time to go racing today at Cotswolds. Here we go then. 10 seconds.
So 10 seconds. Well, good start from Luke. Greg hot on his heels and Michael away nicely. So the front 3 away and the front 2 are already looking a little bit racy. Another 5-minute race this one for the Electric A final. So Luke's already eked out a 1-second gap over Greg. It's a 15.19 and a 15.19 lap time for Luke, with Greg 15.38. So the red car's going to need to get the hammer down if he wants to catch up and do anything about the win in this race.
It's got a heavy car. It's got a older car. Very heavy.
Well, it looks like he's pulled him in a little bit there. Yeah, matching lap times there, the front 2. So
1 minute and 16 gone, and then there's a 5-minute race. You've got Luke, Greg, Michael, Adrian, Lee and Mark. So leading car is Luke, which is the green and white car. Bit stripy. Greg's the second place car, just coming down the straight as well. You've got Michael Walton coming up, and just Greg making a mistake there onto the grass and just made it on.
So the front guys all making mistakes. One for Luke and then one for Greg beforehand. So this might all tighten up a little bit. All Chairman Lee over the curbs. Leader coming up to some back markers there. Through nicely.
is Luke. White and green back end. Just coming down through the pit straight. That's your leading car. Mark that second place car behind you. So mark that second place car behind you, please.
Oh, and he's a little bit caught up there. This is the race to watch here in this A final. Greg, the red car from Michael Walton in the white and striped, black striped car.
Third place car's behind you, Mark.
If third place car can get through this back marker cleanly, which he had. Oh, unlucky. Oh, that's terribly bad luck. Nearly made it absolutely perfect there, but unfortunately just caught the tyre on the piece of grass right next to the one of the more modest marshals, and I'm afraid that's his race done. He's lost a lap. So we're just under 2 minutes left to go.
You've got Luke, Greg, Lee Hansen, Michael, Mark and Adrian. Looks like car 6 is had a bit of a situation.
That was a shame. It looked like Michael was really getting the pace on to catch Greg and do something about second place, but overtaking in RC is very difficult, and I think these cars probably a little bit more difficult than some. Most of the grip looks like it's aerodynamic to me, and therefore there's not a great deal in the corners, but plenty of grip in a straight line.
So Mark, that's third place car behind you, to be aware.
The person that's made the most of all of that action is Section Chairman Lee. Oh, he's not Section Chairman, is he? That's Lee Henson. I beg your pardon, Lee Palmer. It's Lee Henson who has made the most of all of that. He's come through from fifth on the grid to third, and looks like he'll be on for a podium. He's got a 12-second gap.
We've got 4 minutes and 37 seconds gone then. Into the last 10, 12 seconds.
Right, in the last 10 seconds. So that's Luke over the line for a tidy win in this.
Okay,
This.
cars finishing, guys. All cars finishing to the pits, please.
In the Electric A final. So that's a win for Luke Drynan. Second place Greg, Lee Henson in third, Michael fourth, Mark in fifth and Adrian in sixth. There's a 10-minute gap now, and hopefully that should be just about enough time for me to prize Charlie Colby out of my seat. So 7 minutes and 40 seconds, counting down to the Nitro C final, which will be a 20-minute race.
Okay, guys. Cars to the track. If you want to warm up, we're 3 minutes.
Right, just 3 minutes to go.
I need some more marshals, please. Need some more marshals.
Race director calling for the marshals to get out. As you can see, they're not there yet. Come on, marshals. We're still looking at the... oh, no, that's not the race result. That's the qualifying for this race number 3 today. 8th Circuit C final. This is the C final of the Nitros.
So once again on pole position and
So there is still an assisted grid start for these cars. So we should be able to have a quick look before the race starts at who's who in the colours, because the numbers are a little bit small for us to see.
So the car on the track at the moment is Mike Manning. He's the only car on the track at the moment. Doing a bit of a warm up. He's keen on this one.
Hi, mate. So, you get any feedback from anyone online on Facebook or Twitch, wherever you can see us? Looks like with the cloud coming over, the picture maybe have got a little bit dark, so do give us some feedback if it's not looking so good now, and hopefully the audio's working well too. So the race director's calling warm-up to a close.
So pit guys, please try to look at race control. Lee is out there as well. So cars would go down on 3, please.
Blow that. What's that? Thank you.
So the white car with the Italian stripes is pole position man.
Look at me at race control, please. Are you ready? Here we go.
Here we go.
Cars down yet? Don't put them down yet. Take cars up. Take cars up. Take cars up.
So just to let you know, everything's gone wrong. The sounds like the pit crew couldn't really hear Michael in race control.
down, cars down. Well done guys, much better. Thank you very much. Here we go then, we're going racing. Okay, Lee Carter's adds, then Mike Manning, then Earl, then Craig, then Barry, and then Vincent. Barry's a blue one now. Mike Manning.
Mike's. Oh, his mic's off. Oh, that's a shame. He was just giving chase to the old leader there. Oh, he's back already.
Car 1, we've got car 3. Both going down straight at the moment. You're leading 2 cars at car 1 and car 3. That's Ads and Mike Manning. Both coming down the straight at the moment. Oh, Mike just made a mistake on the grass there. Thank you, Barry, for letting that car through.
2 seconds out.
Car 3 and car 1 are down the straight. So Barry, you have the leading cars behind you, so be aware please, Barry.
So Mike's cut the lead there from 2 seconds down to under a second, just half a second, and you can see there, whoa, he's going to get past him any second now. Right under his ring. Oh, they touched. Oh dear. Now, he should give that position back, I think. Call it, Nick, he's got to give that back.
Please, Mike, please give that position back, please. Mike to give that position back. Mike to pull over position back, please.
Surely he's got to give that back. So Mike is still away in the lead, but race director is calling him to give that place back after that contact. But Ads is looking like his car's not quite running right now. He's trying to get it unchoked and freed up. Now what's the gap? You might want to give a penalty for that. Like, that's a 5-second penalty, I think. So race director Michael's just it's just left race control, go and have a word to try and get that place position back. Oh, and they've done it now. Oh no, they've hit each other again. Marshall. So they've had the position back, and then they contacted again. So I have a feeling this race is going to carry on after the race is finished, and when we need to have a bit of a conversation. I didn't quite see what happened there, but it did again look like car 2 contacted the back of car 1, and this time unfortunately came off worse. I don't think in that situation the leader can do anything about it. The first car's starting to come into the pits. There we are. So we've had a stop and go penalty there. And we've got some pit stops. Race director Michael Hendy is back after sorting out that little mishap. And leader into the pits. There's his pit man picking up the car, giving it some fuel, and away it goes. So just literal splash and dash there. We're
Mike there, an incident just in front of race control. So 5 minutes and 34 gone. We've got Ads, Earl, Mike Manning, Vincent, Craig, and Barry. Go on the infield, Earl. Go on the infield, please.
So after all of that action in the first round of pit stops, Ads has got a decent lead now, a lap in the lead from Vincent and Mike. So it's all flushed out in qualifying order. That's still the race leader we're looking at. Just coming up to 6.5 minutes, so a third of the way through this race. Driver's starting to make plenty of mistakes. I don't know if the tyres get contaminated if you run off, but maybe the concentration starts to wane, but definitely grip is going down. It's car 1 lapping some more people there. I think that's car 5. Oh, it's nearly tagged him. Gosh, that was close.
So we're 7 minutes and 20 seconds gone, 20-minute final. We've got Ads, Vincent, Mike Manning, Earl, Craig, and Barry. Prediction for Ads is a 60 laps. Is a prediction. Mike Manning up into second now with 5 laps behind at the moment. We've got Vincent on the same lap times predicting.
We're just following the blue car round. That's Barry Doran, who's currently lying in 6th position. A number of laps down, 8 laps down I think he is on the leader, but there's still 12 minutes to go in this race. Frankly, anything can happen, including going on the grass and waiting for a marshal. So we're back now. Oh! Oh, there's another car off down here. I didn't see who that was. So we had a conversation with Alex Thurston during the break, a bit of a chinwag about what it takes to win in this class, and having a clean run and not making mistakes was the order of the day, and that's proving to be true in this race. Oh, and the leader's off. The leader's off on the grass there. Commentator's curse, I suspect that would be called.
So 9 minutes and 10 seconds gone. We've got Ant on lap 27, Mike Manning on 25 laps, Earl on 25 laps, Vincent on 25 laps, Craig on 22 laps, Byron on 18 laps.
That's Mike we're looking at now, is still running in 2nd place, but he's caught 4 laps on the leader. So a minute ago he was 5 laps down, now he's just 1 lap down. So the race is definitely on, and Earl is only 6 seconds behind the 2nd place runner, so a lap and 6 seconds behind. Earl is there in the orange car going under the rostrum now. There's Ads over the line. Oh, is that Mike who's just gone on the grass trying to get in the pits? I think it is.
Pits is very tight going into, isn't it?
So I think that was Mike into the pits. Pretty much everyone's in the pits. Leader's in the pits now. That's orange car out. Mike's out. So if Mike gets a good lap in here, he could be taking the lead.
That's Barry upside down the top straight.
That was Mike over the line.
Car on the top mid, car on the midfield. Not car on the infield. Clear.
And adds over the line. So the gap still stands at 1 lap, but visually it looks like it's closing.
So 9 minutes over go now, and then you've got Ads, Mike, Earl, Vincent, Craig and Barry. 32 laps is on so far, 31 for Mike, 30 for Earl.
So actually Mike's putting a good run on here. He's still a lap down, but he certainly looks to be running better than the leader right now, who's, I don't know if the cars get rich or richen up or have to blip the throttle to keep them going. I'll ask some people that know a bit more about it than me in a minute.
Once again, Earl, your leader is behind you. Please let him through. Your leader's behind you. Thank you.
So that's the leader over the line. Mike in second place is just coming up to the chicanes and going over the line now. So it's about a lap and a half down with 7 minutes left to go.
Well, you've got 2 cars out there exactly the same. Car 3 is Mike Manning. Car 2 is Vincent.
So the next round of pit stops is going to be crucial. Sorry, mate.
So Barry, your leader is behind you. Barry, your leader's behind you. Just be aware, please.
Oh dear. Oh, the back marker really holding him up there. Oh, he's gone on the grass, probably a little bit irritated. So, someone's into the pits, but let's see where Mike and Ads are and try and figure out. Barry's stopped. Oh, and Mike's on the grass, but he's just got enough go to get off. That's Mike, isn't it? Up this pit straight there. Yeah.
Well, looks like the leader a bit squibbly down the old pit straight there. Barry's on the infield. In the infield, please. Barry's on the infield. Thank you, Lee.
So Ad's last 2 laps have been significantly faster than the second place man, so he's definitely pulling away in the lead, but I suspect we're coming up to a pit stop.
We've got 14.39 on the clock then. Ad's still ahead, 43 laps. Mike 41 laps, Earl 38, Vincent 38, Barry on 30.
Much better lap from Mike that time. He's got the speed, Mike, isn't he, to do this, but he just doesn't have the consistency. Ads is reeling off the laps. Oh, I think that was Mike, actually, just giving it a bit of a cartwheel and losing another lap. Was that Mike's just gone in the pits? So, leader into the pits. Car 2, Vincent over the line. Leader back away.
13.7 on the clock then. So Barry's on the grass at top corner. Marshall, please. The leader's down the straight then. Through the hairpins in front of race control.
So
He's holding on to it.
So in that round of pit stops, Ads definitely came out on top. He's extended his lead to 2 laps now, so with just over under 4 minutes left to go, if Ads can hold it all together. And that spin won't be... Marshall
behind
there you go. That spin won't be helping Mike out, so... Looks like Mike's going to lose another lap to the leader Ads here.
So Mike, that's the leader behind you, Mike. That's the leader behind you, please. Just be aware. Thank you.
So we can just see the leader Ads coming up to lap Mike, who's gone on the grass, letting him through. Be surprised how often that happens. You try and do the decent thing and let the leader come through and lap you, and you make a mistake and go on the grass, and it costs you half a lap.
Into the last 3 minutes then. We've got Ads on 50 laps, Mike on 47, Vincent on 45, Earl on 38.
I think the technical term for going on the grass when you're letting the leader through is called annoying. It's terribly frustrating for you, the driver.
Looks like we're down to 3 cars, half the cars on the track now. One more car coming back out from the pits, that's Barry.
Oh, blimey, what happened
Car on
there?
the straight, car on the straight, car on the straight, clear.
He needs to hold on though, because he's just cut the track in half. There's car 2, Vincent. Oh, is his lap all right? Yeah, so he's got a 16-second lap there. Stop and go for... That's Barry we're looking at there. So whatever happens in this race, I think Barry deserves an award for having the most clearly and easily recognisable colour scheme for commentators. This is a very important award and usually comes with money. So we'll be going to see Barry a little bit after the race. A couple of crisp fivers coming your way. I think we're also going to ban fluoro yellow. Single fluoro yellow shells
Yeah, I think plain colour shells should be banned.
need to be banned because
Bigger numbers so we can see it.
I think coming up in the B final we've got 3 cars with the same colour.
Great. Not looking forward to that. It's always white shells when you go touring car racing, isn't it?
Yeah,
All
it's
white
always
shells.
white in touring car.
Oh, Barry down
Oh,
the straight.
Barry, spectacular.
That was some spins and